I'm sure you were part of the process about.
Hey, if I could have handpicked my successor, it would have been Joe Murphy. I'm so thrilled for Joe and the program and the girls. He's going to be his own person. As he said, we do have some similarities. He has, in 8 years, never gotten a technical. My last tee was 1986, although I'm sure I could have deserved a few, in between. But, Joe is very serious about his basketball, and I know the girls have loved playing for him, the freshman team kids, and when he worked as an assistant for us, I mean, he relates superbly to the girls. And, with the youth and the Clifton Park program, he's phenomenal, and it really took some pressure off of me when we had some family circumstances a few years back where, Joe was doing a lot of the Clifton Park behind the scenes, started a camp with the younger kids that he still does. And, he's just proved to be superbly in touch with all different levels of the program. He's a very open-minded guy. He's not a Bobby Knight type. And I love Bobby Knight as a coach, but I mean, he's not that, my way or the highway. He's flexible. He changes from year to year based on his talent, which I think we high school coaches have to do. You can't always play a run and gun style if you've got big, slow kids. And you can't play half court, set them up, pound the boards if you got a bunch of little quick kids. And Joe has been very flexible. As a matter of fact, I've stolen a lot of stuff that he did at the freshman level as the years went by, as those kids came up to the varsity level. So I think he's going to do an outstanding job, and the program will not miss a beat. If anything, it might beat a little bit faster. I don't know.
Speaking of flexible, does he sit down and coach, or does he stand up and coach?
Moves up and down. He's, if you look at the video from me a decade or so ago, I was up and down. He'll sit, he'll come up, he'll kneel, he'll move up and down the floor. He'll move up and down the floor. He's not as superstitious, I don't think, as I was. A couple things happened, and so I ended up, wearing this kind of an outfit and standing behind a bench like a hockey coach. But, that was only for 3 years out of the 33.
When this was all internal, was that more turmoil for you than for the committee, do you think? Because, they're all your kids, whether they play for you or they play for you and then coach, or they coach for you. And even Tony's one of your kids. So how hard was that?
It was hard. You angst, but I angsted. Is that a word? Angst.
Suffered angst.
Yeah, I suffered angst. Only because I think Joe was the perfect candidate. The other candidates were outstanding candidates, and I don't think the program, would crumble if the other candidates were introduced today as the new coach. I just think, and I felt all along that Joe was the perfect candidate. And, I think the transition's going to be the smoothest it could possibly be. And as I said, it's not going to miss a beat. Joe's probably a little less talkative than me, which is a good thing. And when he talks, it's going to be all about the girls.